Welcome to your daily focus for January the 3rd, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. So what do we have today? We have the 3 energy, right? January the 3rd. The 3 energy is the Empress. The 3 energy is the child within. So it's about letting out the child within today. It's about looking at new ways of doing, becoming, transforming, different things we might want to take on for the first time ever, new experiences, maybe new learning experiences, maybe traveling, seeing new sights. I believe we have Mars going into Sagittarius today. So we will definitely have an energy for adventure, to go where no man has gone before, so to speak. And we might take on a little bit too much, but sometimes taking on a little bit too much is better than not taking on enough in our life. So, watch where you're setting that bar. You want to make it realistic. I think with everything that's happening in Capricorn right now, we have no choice but to be a little on the grounded side. I don't think I even finished the numerology. If we did the numerology of the day, it would be an 8. That'd be our strength card. So it is something that we have to do, right? It's our intent when it comes to the 8. It is about our strength. It is about our courage. It is about our action and what that action represents, to walk with a sense of integrity. We have the moon in Aries today. So that's a beautiful fire energy for starting projects, doing things, getting it done, being the pioneer, transforming your self-image, or maybe it's a new haircut or a new wardrobe or doing something different. Your identity. We'll cut the cards here. And we have the Queen of Swords as our first card. We stand strong in where we want to go and what we want to do. This could be that Mars energy going into Sagittarius, just believing in yourself, having that courage, tapping into that courage, being very forthright in what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, not allowing things to stand in your way. So this could be a time where it's a lot easier to cut away the things that no longer matter, don't bring value into your life anymore, weigh you down. The angel sits next to you, so pay attention to your intuition, your sage wisdom. And the mountain in the background, mountains represent the success, the great success that you will have. So it's about believing in yourself today and stepping into your truth of what you want to have in your life, what you want to step into in your life, how you want to transform. The 8 of Cups. Oh, there's something new on the horizon. And we're not sure really what it all entails, but we know it's new. We can feel it. There's a sensation about it. And we know that we have to let go of some of the things in our life that has brought us insecurity. I guess Dylan is highlighting this one for us. Dylan, indoor voice. Well, that went over. Looking out towards our tomorrow. And yes, those cups represent the abundance, the happiness, the joys that we have brought with us to now. But now it's time to step into a new experience, a new way of doing. They got new bones, so they are playing. Trust me, they are playing. But oh, look at this. We have the 3 of Swords. I get more of a sense of healing, or that we need to allow healing into our lives. We need to forgive ourselves, perhaps. Could be somebody else, but forgive ourselves for where we procrastinated, or we held back, or we didn't say what we felt or meant. An action, an event. We hold it over our heads like we'll never amount to anything because we couldn't even do this part right. So forgive yourself. Know that you were acting in the best interests of yourself at the time. Hindsight is 20/20, and sometimes when we look back on our actions, we can see where we erred. But in the moment, we did what we thought was the best foot forward. So love yourself enough to know that you were loving yourself at the time of the decision, the fault, the dropping of the ball, the failure. You don't fail, by the way, you learn. The sky is opening up here. There is a beauty to this healing energy that is around us. I get this more as a healing energy. And some of the things that we may have to let go of, it's not going to be easy. It may be the heaviness in your heart, but somehow that heaviness turns into a lightness as you realize that it was long overdue, that it needed to be done. That could be a move that you need to make. It may be changing of careers or jobs, environments, people around you, things that you have in your life. And it may be hard to let go of these things. It may be hard for you to move in a direction you know is right and true for yourself. So I will go back to the Queen of Swords. And it's standing in your truth and doing what's best for you in the moment. We have the Empress energy today and the Strength card today. So my goodness, stand in your strength and your courage, in who you are and what you want to do going forward, and allow yourself to dream of the possibilities of your tomorrow. And when I say dream, yes, there is a part of meditation that's very important, and maybe it's the Superman pose, but seeing yourself in your happiness and your joy and your well-being and your peace and your contentment further on down your path. But also with this fire energy, we want to do something. Maybe it's brushing up our resume. Maybe it's having that long overdue conversation. Maybe it's stepping into that environment and putting our toe in the water and feeling that environment out a little bit for ourselves. We'll get a well-being card here. This is the Esther and Jerry Hex deck. The Teachings of Abraham. I inhibit no one. We each create our own reality. So don't think that if you make more or you're happier, then somebody else has to be sadder or has less. That is simply not how it works. There's more of an abundance in every area of life than we could already present and available to us. You inhibit no one for being who you are, for standing in your truth, going after your dreams, your desires, your goals. We all create our own reality, and each one of us has a different outlook on the reality. 50 people can look at a situation or an environment and all describe it differently based on their lenses that they see through, your lens that you see through. But you don't think for 1 second that if you have it, then somebody cannot have it. It's simply how it does not work. As you find vibrational harmony with your desires, you are never inhibiting or preventing anyone else from living what they are creating, but you are controlling and creating your own reality. The boys are really riled up right now, I tell you. I thought the bones would settle them down. Apparently, it did the opposite for us. you are controlling and you are creating your own reality. Stand in that Superman pose. That was more yesterday's energy, but we'll use it today anyways. Of standing in the Superman pose because it came to me, and pretend just for a second that you have the ability to foresee your day. So see that beautiful luncheon or that business plan coming together or somebody looking at your resume and immediately inviting you in for an interview on the spot. Pretend and see those things happening. Okay? If nothing else, it will trick your mind into looking at the positives rather than the negatives. But I know that, I sit here and I say it, but very few of you, I think, really do it. You may think it's a really great thing, but actually do it. Okay? And you guys that have been doing it, write on how your experiences are changing in the world. How your reality differs than it did prior to the Superman pose. Look at this. Find your voice with the frog. We haven't seen the frog in a long time. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Okay, frog. Find your voice. Sing. Say no. Express yourself. Frog tells you it's time to find your voice. Saying no can be one of the most difficult words to speak, and yet Frog says that you have been putting too much pressure on yourself. You've been allowing others to steal your time, exhaust your energy. You haven't vocalized your dissatisfaction with it. Instead, you have quieted your voice. By saying no, you will begin making room for the things that you do want in your life. It isn't easy at first, but the more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the more empowered you will feel. You may have been keeping frustrations inside of you, and they need to be spoken. It could be a friend that has hurt you, a spouse who isn't listening to you, a boss or coworker who isn't respecting you. It's time for you to vocalize your feelings. In order to remove the emotion, you may want to begin writing down what you say and practice saying it aloud. Look at yourself in the mirror while you speak the words of truth. Can you see within your eyes how much this is damaging to your soul and spirit? Healing will eventually come from Frog assisting you in finding your voice. So that's where the healing comes in today. That's where the Three of Swords energy comes in for you today. So speak your words of truth. And understand how much you have been allowing into your life. Maybe you've given your power away. Maybe you have been working harder on somebody else's agenda rather than your own. Frog also reminds you to put some music on and sing. It can be in your home or your car, but sing as loud as you can. Fun or sad, it doesn't matter. Just express yourself by singing. Your throat chakra may be blocked. Put your right hand on your throat and envision a blue light circling and swirling, healing the fears that surround you. Maybe you've always wanted to be on stage, a Broadway show, or possibly a stand-up comedy act. Embrace Frog in helping you find your voice within you. That it may be shaky right now, but it will turn steady and strong and more you practice your art. There are no restrictions and no limitations. So the only restriction, the only limitation is that you put upon yourself. So take charge of today. Use the energy of today. Get excited about your tomorrow. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.